All right, if you're familiar with the Broncos, you'll know when you add a 37, especially when you add a 37-inch tire and start to do some off-roading, that these rear tailgates aren't super strong. You can see it's almost touching right there. 37 is almost touching right there. It actually is touching the bumper a little bit over here. And then you can see the third brake light right there. Also is touching the tire. So what we're going to do to resolve that issue is we're going to install this Anvil Off-road tailgate support. The other thing that it does is it actually raises the spare tire up a little bit, plus gives you some accessory mounting points. And then we're going to install our third brake light extension as well from Anvil Off-road. Both of these products are available on our website at www.shiftsandgrinsfabrication.com. They are also available at holly.com. So we're going to go ahead and get started on this. We'll start by removing my Diode Dynamics reverse light kit, also available on our website. And we'll remove that rear spare tire and start removing the parts that we need to get this installed. So we'll have you follow along with us. All right, now that our spare tire is off, we're going to go ahead and move to the inside, disconnect the wiring harnesses and stuff from the inside, pop this loose, and then we'll go ahead and pull all of this off. The next thing we'll do is just install the third brake light extension once this is all off. So we're going to go ahead and get going on that. All right, so we went ahead and popped that panel off. As you can see, these right here, there's these little hooks right here that go into that side. So just pop this side off first, and then this will just pop right out. Then we're going to get in here, disconnect this stuff here, and then just pop that out right there. All right, as you can see, we got these two connectors loose from the inside. We went ahead and popped this grommet out. There's just some retaining tabs. There's 4 of them. One on the top, one on the bottom, and then one on each side. So just squeeze those, work those out, get that out. Next thing that we can do is just remove all of these bolts that hold the spare tire carrier on. And then we'll have this whole assembly off. So we're going to go ahead and do that next. Now that this is off, we're going to go ahead and take this third brake light extension loose, and we'll install our third brake light extension from Anvil Offroad. What do you think, Bill? Alright, so we took these 4 T30 Torx out, so that's loose. The next thing that the instructions want us to do is install these 4 to install this. So we'll go ahead and get that installed. And just so you guys know, some of these do, looks like this one does account for if you have SAS or non-SAS, because that does make a difference. So it looks like this one does account for that. So just something of note, on the hardtop model, it's recommended that you put the new Anvil metal bracket on the outside of your spare tire carrier instead of on the inside, just to give some extra clearance for the wiper. So I believe if you put it on the inside, that your wiper will probably hit your third brake light. So if you've got a hardtop, definitely put the Anvil relocation bracket on the outside of the tire carrier. So I took some of the cardboard out of the box and cut it up and folded it to stick it underneath here for spacers. I'm going to loosen all of these by hand first. that. Once those are loose by hand, I already did the other 3. I'll just go ahead and run those the rest of the way out. Okay, now that those are out, the next step is to put this up in place. So this has a rubber gasket behind it that sits flush against the vehicle. So I'm going to get these started. All right, those 4 are started. Now, next we will have, should be these 8 here. So we'll get all of those started. All right, before I get the rest of those started, I can see I'm going to have to bring my light harness out in a different spot. Now that we got all of these bolts started, I've already gone around and tightened them in the sequence that says to tighten them in. I'm just double checking my torque. It says to torque these to 16 foot-pounds. The next step in the process says to remove this lower clip and to put it where the upper clip was to give some room. So I'm gonna have to mess with that real quick, make sure that that is right. I feel like it probably needs to go more like that. I probably just read it wrong. It probably says the upper clip to where the lower clip is. That makes more sense. There. And then make sure that you run those wires through here. Like that. And now this can go on. Once these are all tight, I'll torque them down. We're going to 31 foot-pounds. I don't know if you can read that or not, but we're at 31 foot-pounds. That was pretty awkward. These need to go to 41 foot-pounds, so we'll set our torque wrench to 41. Okay. Alright, last thing to do is throw our reverse light kit back on. Alright, we are done.